Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, boost this video, share it around, and subscribe to the Shaderi YouTube channel. This week got messy because Claressa Shields flew all the way to the UK and people are saying she tried to snatch the spotlight from two female boxers. Yeah, we're getting straight into that drama. Like I said in the last video, Papoose and Claressa have allegedly been split since March 27, 2026, that Friday. Now she's out in the UK moving around with one of the producers from Win Records and her so-called PR team. And honestly, the energy around her, it doesn't look solid at all. In my view, that circle might not be the best influence. Before linking up with Win Records, she wasn't moving like this. No constant partying, no heavy drinking scenes, nothing like that. Now it feels like a whole different vibe. It's like every moment turns into a celebration. Bottles popping back to back because they got her on their roster.
No, healthy women sweat.
Yeah, let's go.
Healthy women sweat. I don't know who told people healthy women don't sweat. It's a damn lie. The more you sweat,
she's the main attraction, the reason for all the hype, and every chance they get, another bottle shows up like clockwork. He's popping bottles non-stop. That guy stays with a drink in his hand, always ready to turn up and keep the party going. And right next to her is her PR rep, the same woman who's supposed to protect her image and guide her moves. But let's be real, if she didn't co-sign this behavior, would things even look like this right now? That says a lot.
You did great tonight, but I will say this while we're face to face. No disrespect to you, Olympic champion to Olympic champion. You got a little bit of time. I got one more fight, and then we can fight at the end of the year.
So they all head out to the UK together. No Papoose in sight. The first fight they show up to is Lauren Price's. Now, Lauren Price isn't just anybody. She's a big name in the UK, highly respected, and she just secured a win against her opponent. But somehow, all the attention shifts, and in my opinion, Claressa ends up pulling focus right off her moment. Now here's where it gets even more intense. Claressa is now eyeing a fight with Lauren Price, and this isn't random at all. Lauren Price is an Olympic gold medalist too, and that's the same woman she was talking about on The Breakfast Club. Now people are already saying a fight date might be coming soon. Whispers everywhere. But here's the twist. Lauren Price fights at welterweight, meaning she's around 150 to 160 pounds from what I understand. And that's where things start looking confusing. Claressa Shields is way closer to the heavyweight side, pushing near 200 pounds. So how is that matchup even supposed to make sense? It really starts to look like she's choosing when she wants to drop weight, depending on the situation.
You know, this girl stood in front of me. She is one of the best in the game. And we all need dance partners. We both got Olympic gold medals. Let's do it. This is why I'm in the game. I want to fight the best. And credit to Shields. I respect her. And, you know, we all need a dance partner, but I back myself.
The UK is where it's at when it comes to big fights. Could the fight happen in the UK?
Because if that's the case, then why did FAU have to move up in weight before? Why wasn't that same flexibility there back then? That's what has people raising eyebrows right now. The decisions don't seem consistent at all. Now it's starting to come off like she's targeting smaller fighters, women in the welterweight division, women who are already getting major attention, women who are respected and celebrated in their own spaces. And somehow the spotlight keeps shifting right when she steps in. It's a pattern that's hard to ignore. Lauren Price just went through a tough, hard-fought match and secured her win. That should have been her moment to shine. But then here comes Claressa Shields stepping in and instantly turning the conversation toward a potential fight. It's like the focus switched in seconds, and people are left wondering why not.
In the UK?
It depends on where it's at, how much money is on the table, but I can win a fight anywhere. We don't have to go to the US. If she wants to stay here in the UK and they come with that bag, I have to beat Lauren Price here in the UK like I did Savannah Marshall.
Then she pops up at another fight, This time, it's Caroline Dubois, and Caroline is not just any fighter either. She's an Olympic champion with 8 KOs under her belt, which already has people comparing stats and saying her record is looking stronger in some areas than Claressa Shields. So it really makes you wonder, why show up trying to offer advice when Caroline clearly has her own solid system in place? Caroline doesn't look like she needs guidance here. She's backed by a strong team, she's sponsored by Adidas, and her image is clean and respected. Everything about her brand looks polished and on point. That's why some people side-eye the situation when someone with a more controversial image suddenly appears close by. It starts to feel strategic instead of genuine. Because let's be honest, the support being shown doesn't feel fully real to everyone watching. It comes off more like positioning, getting close to the competition, staying in their space, and keeping eyes on them all the time. That saying comes to mind, keep your enemies closer and your friends close, and people are definitely making that connection here. And then there's the comparison talk. Caroline is younger, rising fast, and gaining major attention right now. Some are even saying she's starting to outshine Claressa in certain moments. That's why there's chatter that Caroline should keep things strictly professional. Be respectful, keep it cordial, but don't get too close. At the end of the day, Caroline has big brand deals and a strong reputation to protect. She doesn't need any extra noise or controversy attached to her name, and staying focused might be the smartest move right now. And on top of that, it often seems like Claressa Shields rubs people the wrong way. The talk trash, the attitude, it can come off a certain way, and there's concern that kind of energy could start to influence Caroline if she's around it too much. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because staying grounded matters, especially at that level. Because when you're part of a strong team and you're moving smart, you're supposed to grow from every experience. A loss isn't the end, it's a lesson, it's part of the process. But some people feel like Claressa avoids that mindset, like taking a loss isn't even an option for her right now. And at the same time, there's still that ongoing comparison to Laila Ali that keeps getting brought into the conversation.
Now, people are noticing how she's interacting with Caroline Dubois, and they're questioning the angle, because Caroline doesn't need that kind of guidance. Her record speaks for itself. She's been active, she's faced multiple opponents, and she's built a solid reputation with 8 knockouts, while Claressa has fewer in that category. That difference stands out to a lot of viewers. While one fighter has been steadily building momentum in the ring, the other has had distractions along the way. That's how some are framing it. And it leads to bigger what-if conversations, like what could have happened if she fully embraced mentorship opportunities earlier on instead of pushing against them. That question keeps coming up as people compare paths and decisions. From that perspective, it seems like there was always some tension there. Instead of genuine respect, it comes off like there was competition in her heart the whole time, like wanting to outdo Laila Ali at any cost. Smiling in public, but behind the scenes, people feel like the energy wasn't the same. That's the impression some viewers have taken from how everything played out. Now, because of that history, a lot of these women are already aware of her reputation before she even shows up. So when she travels all the way to the UK and steps into their space, not everyone is welcome in that energy. In fact, some people see it as the opposite. It highlights how established and respected those fighters already are in their own lane. There's also a strong opinion floating around that these fighters don't need to engage at all. Keeping distance, staying focused, and letting her figure things out on her own might be the smarter move, because from that viewpoint, it's not about them needing her, it's the other way around. And then the weight class issue comes right back into the conversation. These are not fighters in her division, so people are asking, why not face someone closer to her own size? If dropping weight was an option now, then why not do it before for other matchups people have been asking for? That inconsistency keeps getting called out. At the end of the day, you can't handpick every situation forever. Eventually, there's always going to be a real test in the ring, and that's when everything gets answered for real. So you can pick and choose matchups all day, but boxing isn't random. It's skill, timing, and precision. There's a real science behind knocking someone out, and people are saying fighters like Caroline have clearly mastered that. Laila Ali showed that same ability in her time too. But when it comes to Claressa, critics are questioning whether she truly has that same knockout power. because if you're underestimating opponents just based on how they look, that's a dangerous game. That mindset can backfire fast. The moment you overlook someone is the moment you get caught off guard, and that's exactly how unexpected losses happen. People are already saying that kind of thinking could be what leads to a shocking defeat. Then there's the personal side people keep bringing up. Some are asking why Papoose didn't make that UK trip. Others are speculating about how he spent his time elsewhere with family. Those rumors are circulating heavy, and they're adding even more noise to the situation. And beyond the ring, the conversation shifts to career moves. The partnerships, the branding, the teams involved, everything gets compared. Some people feel like other fighters are aligned with bigger platforms and major sponsors because of their polished image and strong guidance. Meanwhile, there's criticism that poor decisions and turning away solid mentorship have created setbacks. That's why people keep saying reputation matters just as much as performance. The relationships you build, the advice you take, and the way you move all play a role. And right now, critics believe those choices are catching up in a big way. More and more people are starting to look at the situation sideways, like something just isn't adding up. Instead of support growing, it feels like people are pulling back and choosing to support other fighters who bring a different energy. Because the constant trash talk, the attitude, the over-the-top confidence, it's not landing the same when it feels excessive instead of controlled. There's a way to be bold and confident, but when it goes too far, it can turn people off fast. And that's what many are saying right now. It's not the confidence, it's how it's being delivered. When it's non-stop, it starts to push people away instead of pulling them in. At this point, a lot of conversations are happening about her legacy. Some people feel like certain choices, both inside and outside the ring, have shifted how she's viewed. And whether people agree or not, that perception is growing louder. The idea now is that hearing honest feedback might actually help her reflect and possibly make better moves moving forward. There are also ongoing discussions about her personal decisions and how they've played a role in all of this. People are questioning the motivations, the timing, and the long-term impact. But at the end of the day, those are choices only she can answer for. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, don't hold back, make sure you hit that like button, share this video everywhere, and subscribe to the channel for more updates and breakdowns.